So here I have the list of the 5 colleges that you can get into with a GPA of 2.0, which is, kind of low and kind of neat that you can get here. But most importantly, here you will find all undergraduate, online courses that, in my opinion, are quite affordable.
Alrighty, so the idea here is that you can save on a budget,
Yeah,
and that you can get the degree.
exactly, basically.
Okay.
If you have, again, a low GPA.
If you have a low GPA. Okay. So yeah, we have the universities right here, so let's get straight into them. Could you please start with number 1?
Exactly. So first of all, we have Albany State University. This is a public school in Georgia, and here they have certificates, bachelor's, master's, and you can find different programs on arts, business, science, and health, all pretty basic and the most common programs that you can find. To enter is quite easy. You need to have a minimum GPA of 2.5.
But wait, we said 2.0 right in the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
So there's a catch.
There is a catch.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. It's quite easy. If you have a minimum GPA of 2.0, you need to have evidence writing 480 and math 440 on the SAT, or English or reading 17 or math 17 in the ACT. You have that
Okay.
with a 2.0 GPA, and you're in.
Okay, so you can actually be admitted with a 2.0 GPA.
Yeah, you can. But finally, let's talk about money and how much it costs. The associate credit hour is $514, while the bachelor's credit hour is $577.
That amount is per
credit hour.
per
correct?
credit hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually compared with the in-person tuition and grade hour, it's maybe with the associate grade hour, it's not that much of a difference, but with the bachelor's, it's like a $300 difference. So I would recommend sticking with the online
Definitely.
program. Yeah.
Definitely there.
Yeah, so let's move to number 2.
Yeah, so here I have Elizabethtown, which, guess where it is?
Wow.
Basically, the full name is Elizabethtown College School of Graduate and Professional Studies, Elizabethtown.
Yeah.
So this college is a private, actually, graduate school with accelerated undergraduate and graduate programs.
Nice.
Which actually, it's a pretty good choice if you have maybe a busy life. So it can apply for non-traditional students.
Okay, nice, but what can you actually study here?
Okay, so the programs actually are accountant,
Yeah.
business administration, healthcare and nursing, human services, psychology, and public policy. So basically, whatever you want to choose. Now, moving to the requirements here, you have to have a writing ability sufficient for success in an accelerated academic program.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to write an essay that demonstrates your ability, right? Apart from that, you have to have the time to devote your coursework, which is as high as 20 hours per week.
Okay, it's kind of normal, but if you're a part-time student, that's about like as much time as you have for that. Like maybe another, but that's pretty much it.
It's quite a challenge, I would say.
So it's great if you're a full-time student. If you're a part-time, it will probably going to take, way more time.
Probably, yeah. And then talking about money, it's $525 for undergraduate courses, which are the ones that in this scenario, this hypothetical scenario, I would recommend.
Yeah.
But let's move on to number 3, which you have.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to talk about Central Texas College. It's a community college that offers associate degrees and certificates in career and technical fields. You can find different programs in arts and humanities and media, business and business technology, construction, manufacturing and transportation, public service, and different STEM programs.
Okay, so by STEM, we mean science, technology, engineering, and math.
Exactly.
All right.
Science, technology, engineering, and math.
STEM.
STEM. Okay, so to enter here, again, it's quite easy as the other list that we have here. You need to send your school transcript with a minimum GPA of 2.0, complete your application for admission, but most importantly, you need to pass the Texas Success Initiative assessment. Yeah, it's like something they have in Texas, particularly for that. God damn it. Yeah, indeed. So again, you do need to pass this in order to enter. And if you don't complete it, you are not going to enter Central Texas College.
And you don't want that.
And you don't want that. Hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about how much money you will need to spend here, it's $105 for in-state students, $130 for resident out of state, and $250 for non-residents and international students.
Okay, pretty nice.
Yeah, I told you these were going to be affordable colleges, which takes us to entry number 4.
Let's see if this one is as affordable. So, here we have Gwynedd Mercy University.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Exactly. So, Gwynedd Mercy University is a private Catholic university with courses for undergraduates and graduate students. But since we're talking about online colleges here specifically, I have to make a disclaimer, which is that it only has bachelors for nursing and business there. Nursing is accelerated, and they do have way more graduate online degrees that you could actually check out on the website.
Okay, so it's nice that it's an accelerated course, you said?
It's actually an accelerated course,
But
yes.
So it must be an RN to BSN, and it's great. It's a highly recommended fast-track option if you want to become a nurse and get your bachelor's way faster than the average. Of course, you need to be more committed to that because it's a fast-track option. But of course, you end up with your diploma way faster.
And now, if you're interested in what Santi's saying right here, I must make a tiny little disclaimer, which is that you have to provide official transcripts from an accredited bachelor's degree program if you want this faster option, let's say.
RN to BSN.
Exactly. Now, regarding requirements for every program that you can choose, you need to pass a criminal background and child abuse records check. You have to undergo a drug screening and FBI fingerprints, so there's that. And you have to provide a certificate of health from a family physician or nurse practitioner.
Well, I know where you're not going to study, Matt.
It's quite a lot what they're asking.
No, but it's pretty common to have.
Actually. It makes sense. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Making it a list,
yeah,
it can seem kind of harsh.
You know, that moment when we are reading the requirements of a college, and then you see FBI background, it's like, oh no, they're going to find me, and maybe I only have a fine.
Yeah. then you remember, like, wait, why am I even worried?
Why am I worried? I'm okay.
But also you need to obtain and provide proof of CPR certification, liability insurance, and personal health insurance. Now, once you're in that program, any program you may choose, you will also need to obtain a yearly flu vaccination and PPD screening.
So, is this college as affordable as the one I mentioned before?
That's drum roll, please. So it's actually $500 for business and $670 for nursing.
Well, it's actually around the same number that the most affordable programs, online programs, especially for these types of degrees that you can find out there.
Yeah, because we're actually talking about online programs. You can save money, you can save time. This is an investment that is worth taking if this is the path that you're wanting to follow.
Exactly.
So tell me about number 5, because it's last but not least, Santi's got the goods.
Exactly. So now I'm going to talk about Fort Hays State University. It's a public school with more than 200 online degrees and certificates, including doctoral programs, but I think it's quite early for us to start talking about doctorate.
Yeah.
Here you can find courses in art, humanities, and social sciences, business and entrepreneurships, education, health, science, technology, and math.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything that you want. Again, like 200, you need to fill out that number. So if you want to study here, you need to have a cumulative 2.25 or higher GPA, or, which, the important part, achieve an ACT score of 21 or higher, or minimum combined SAT.
Oh, okay. So we're sticking to the plan. Sticking to the plan.
Yeah, of course. But again, if you have a cumulative 2.25 or higher GPA, and it's kind of easy, but we said 2.0, so we are sticking with 2.0.
We're sticking with 2.0, yeah.
But what's great is that if you're an old student, they also have specific requirements for you. I'm going to link them in the description because there are quite a lot.
Okay.
But you can go to their website. We are going to leave all the important links down there, so be sure to check them out because I really recommend this university, especially because of the money.
Oh, let's talk money. Oh, the last time we're talking about money here.
Yeah, it's the last one.
So let's see. How much is it?
So here, an undergraduate pricing is $243 per credit hour.
Nice.
Yeah, it's among the most affordable prices that we have mentioned in this list. So this university is $243 per credit hour for an undergraduate online class.
I mean, that's great.
There you have it. I mean, you can't find any better.
Literally.
And if you do, please let us know in the comments.
Exactly.
I mean, we want to know, and other people want to know.
I'm sure the community wants to know if you have something for them.
Yeah, exactly.